If you're struggling right now with trying to, with finding a relationship or with trying to find the one that God has for you, I just want you to know that or maybe you're struggling with feeling like you're behind in life. I'm not sure what you're going through, but if any of these things apply to how you feel right now, or you're feeling like the pacing of your life is off, um, I just want you to know that I've been there. I don't feel like I'm behind in life, but I do feel like I am having a hard time finding a relationship. There's no need to worry because in Jeremiah 29:11 it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope." This verse means God has our best interest in mind, and He has plans for us, for our lives, to prosper us, and plans that will give us a future and hope. And if you feel, you know, defeated and hopeless in love, I've been there. I prayed to God. I made the same prayers, you know. If there is someone out there for me, please introduce her to me. Bring her into my life. If there is if this girl is the one for me, please make it known to me. The thing is, if God knows you're not ready for a relationship, He's not going to bring you into a relationship. If you think you're ready for a relationship, but you can't seem to find a good one, or can't seem to find one that seems godly, it's because you're rushing God's timing and you are trying to find a relationship and you're not letting God give you a relationship. I had met this girl my senior year of high school about a month and a half ago, and we had gotten talking. Eventually, I know, sorry, I'd gotten talking to her about 3 months ago, and then about a month and a half ago, I got my heart broken because I'd fallen for her, and I didn't trust God's timing, and I rushed into it, tried to, start a relationship with her. Obviously, it didn't work because of two things. One, I was rushing God's timing, which that's its own thing. Two, God had blessed me with her and brought her into my life. I felt hopeless, asked him to bring love into my life. Otherwise, I was giving up on love. He did. He blessed me with her. And I had been in love for the first time in 4 or 5 years. Only thing is, once God blessed me, I decided, I don't need you anymore, God. I'm gonna, this wasn't intentional. Obviously, I didn't intentionally say, I don't need you anymore. But subconsciously, I slowly pushed God off to the side and prioritized her over God. She was the one thing I thought about all the time, which is the worst thing I've ever done in terms of spiritually. Is push God away like he's nothing, even though my whole life he's been chasing after me to bring me closer to him. And so God blessed me with love in my life, where I was in love for the first time in 4 or 5 years. And in return, I cast God aside slowly, uh, unnoticingly, I guess. Um, and eventually it got to the point where I stopped feeling his presence. I stopped hearing his voice. When I was praying, I couldn't feel him. When I was trying to speak to him, I couldn't hear him. And it's all because I had cast him aside for some girl that he blessed me with. So that's reason one, it didn't work out. Reason two is because I didn't trust his timing and I'd rushed it. So All that to say, if there's anything you haven't been paying attention to what I've been saying, pay attention now. These are the two things I really want you to hear. I really need you to hear. When God blesses you with fame, money, love, don't throw him aside because he blessed you. Don't throw him aside and prioritize those blessings over him because he's the one that gave them to you. And just as easily and quickly as they came, they can get taken away. That's one. Two, trust in God's timing. Trust in his plan. Jeremiah 29:11. God has our best interest in mind because he has plans to prosper us, not to harm us. So he has our best interest in mind, right? And he has plans to give us a future and a hope. So just trust in God's timing. Trust that he has your best interest in mind because he does. If you're struggling with hearing him or feeling his presence, or you've never felt his presence or heard him before, read your Bible. I read my Bible every single morning. I pray every single morning before I do anything, before I go on my phone, before I eat, before whatever. This is the first thing I do in the morning. Read my Bible and pray to God. You know, if you're struggling to feel his presence and hear him, ask him to bless you and grace you with his presence, with his voice. Ask him to open your ears to hear him, open your heart to feel him, open your mind to receive his word, open your eyes to see him everywhere around you, because God is all around us, even if we can't see it, even if we can't feel it, even if we can't hear it. He is always with us. He will never leave us nor forsake us. So if you haven't been paying attention up to this point, that is the one thing that I need you to hear. That's all I have. If you can like this and get it pushed out into the algorithm, that'd be great. I feel like more people need to hear this. You're not behind in life. God's timing is perfect. God has a plan for you, and everything will fall in place as he sees fit. So you're not falling behind in life. That relationship you wish you had, don't worry about it. Just search for God. Focus on God. And that's all I have today.